give us an idea of what really happened there?
Okay, well, there's an eerie silence here at the ground. About 8:30 this morning, I came with my camera crew to film the cricket, third day of the second test. No sign of anything untoward happening. Basically, we were faxing cameras, which means we were just testing our equipment works, and we heard two loud explosions and lots of gunfire. At which point, I released my crew and I came into the control room. There's about 40 of us. Most of us are Westerners. We then heard more gunfire, and I ran towards the Sri Lankan dressing room when I saw players being carried towards the dressing room and treated. And I saw a few players have been hit. I believe 7 or 8 of them have been hit, mainly flesh wounds, but obviously very harrowing experience for them. There was no panic there. They were very brave. They seemed to be okay. A few of them gave me the thumbs up. They were all right. I spoke to the fitness coach who was on the bus, and he tells me that the bus was hit at a roundabout quite close to the ground, where gunmen sprayed either side of the bus with bullets, and they all hit the floor. A few of them were hit by glancing blows, but there were no fatalities, luckily. I believe that the bus carrying the match officials was hit as well. The driver was shot dead, and one of the officials, who I believe is the 4th umpire, was hit, but I believe he's being treated now. That's the latest I've got from the Sri Lankan team at the moment. Everybody's quite calm here. We're de-rigging cables and hoping we can get out of here safely.
Gavin, if I may ask you, one of the things obviously about covering cricket in Pakistan is the level of security. Have you ever felt as a television director there, and have you got the sense from the players that they are happy with the level of security provided to them, or have they always been a little bit wary?
Well, I've got to be honest, I've been in this country for 2 weeks and we've been looked after amazingly. We've had excellent security. There is absolutely no question that we've been neglected. So, you know, it was a big surprise to us. There was a big police presence here at the ground. Most of them were on the boundary around the ground. Not too many of them were actually, looked like they were busy. There's an elite force here. You know, I've seen many of them inside the ground. I didn't see many of them outside the ground. So, but I'm sure, you know, the precautionary steps were being taken. I just feel for the players really, and on behalf of the crew here at 10 Sports, we just hope that they're okay and they're going to be fine.
Gavin, can you just take us through the initial scene that you saw? You mentioned there you heard gunfire and all of that. Could you name some of the players and the extent of the injuries that you noticed?
I saw Mendes, the spinner. He had a wound on his head, but he looked like a glancing one. He was sitting up in a chair, so he was clearly fine. And I heard a few other players were hit. I won't name the names because I'll wait to see if they're okay, but it didn't seem that anybody was fatally wounded of the players. I just saw Chris Broad, the match referee. He waved at me and said gave me the thumbs up from about 50 yards away. Knowing Chris fairly well, I was relieved when I saw that. And Dominic Cork, who's out here with me, he's fine, and we're just hoping to get a safe escort out of here.
Have the PCB got in touch, Gavin? What is the next step? How long will you guys be at the ground? Because obviously the test match is over, the tour is over, you're going to now want to head back home as soon as possible. What is it that you're hearing?
The thing to do for us now is just to pack up and get a safe escort out of here and out of the country. But I must say, you know, we have really enjoyed our time in Pakistan. This is a complete bolt from the blue. We were looked after very well, and the people we dealt with on a day-to-day basis, and the people at the PCB have been excellent. I just want to say that.
Obviously, Gavin, more than a few rattled nerves, but just coming in, just take us through the security drill that the crew has to go through when you come in, because you obviously come in with heaps of equipment and all of that. Yep. Not every day, however, in a test match, but you do come in every day with lots of stuff. How does that work? Do you feel that you're sort of scrutinized enough, because cricket coverage it involves huge 50, 60, 70 man crews?
Yes, it is. Well, you know, we were under no illusions coming here was a risk. But you know what? We thought that for the sake of world cricket, and most of the people that had been here before and knew that it was a good place to come. You know, we heard that the British government had said that, you know, British people and Westerners shouldn't come here, but we knew the risks involved, but we're still here. And just thank God that we're all safe, really.
Gavin, I can sense that there is obviously a little bit of, your voice is a little bit rattled. You have seen some very distressing pictures today. Cricketers are not meant to go through experiences of this kind. They're just really sportsmen. What's your take now overall on how this is going to affect cricket in Pakistan? Because really, this is in a sense a body blow to what was already a struggling cricket structure.
Well, I don't want to comment on the future of cricket in Pakistan because that's not my job. But I will say that this tour is obviously definitely over. And you know what I've seen here from the PCB, they've been extremely helpful. The players have been friends on both sides. I really hope it doesn't affect Pakistan cricket in the future. I do worry about Pakistan as a test venue, about countries coming here, sides coming here. But look, you know, let's just hope that eventually common sense will prevail and we can just get down to the business of sport, which is really all we want to do, really, entertain.
Gavin, also just take any Indian members in your crew? Anyone from India? Just
no, there are no Indian members of our crew.
All right, and what do you expect to happen next now, Gavin? How soon do you think now? It's about, I presume it's about 11:15 or 10:15 in Pakistan. How soon can you expect to get out of there?
That I don't know. My concern is for my crew that we are all safe and looked after before we attempt to leave.
All right, Gavin Scoville there. Thank you very much for joining us. He is, of course, the director of the coverage at 10 Sports and was responsible for bringing those pictures to us, making some very important points, also saying and calming nerves in a sense, because he did see a lot of these players injured. He didn't name all of them, but he did say that some of those injured players looked all right. They looked like they were okay, and that is very comforting news given that all that is emerging from Pakistan at the moment, also making the point that they are all still locked in the Gaddafi Stadium. Obviously, this continues to be a developing situation, and they are expecting to come out of there. Remember that there is a big crew of that covers cricket matches, and that crew would have been at the ground at least an hour and a half, 2 hours earlier before the start of play, as Gavin was saying, checking their equipment and getting sorted. Now, all of them obviously would have heard the incident, and as the team bus was coming in, they would have seen what would have occurred. Now, this of course is what we are looking at now, is images from the Gaddafi Stadium, and we can go across to GeoTV and listen to what's going on.
से कि इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट को बहाल किया जाए, लेकिन ये आज अफसोसनाक वाक़या पेश आया है।
हमें ज्वाइन किया है मारूफ भारती डायरेक्टर एंड प्रोड्यूसर महेश भट्ट साहब ने। महेश भट्ट साहब, आज ये वाक़या पेश आया है, लाहौर में श्रीलंकन क्रिकेट टीम को निशाना बनाया गया। इससे पहले हमने देखा कि मुंबई में भी इस तरह के वाक़यात पेश आए हैं। आप ये बताइएगा कि किस तरह से अमन प्रोसेस को आगे बढ़ाया जा सकेगा। अब
देखिए, एक बात इससे साबित होती ये है कि ये पूरे रीजन का मामला है। ये आग पूरे साउथ एशिया में लगी हुई है, और इसको बिल्कुल ये सबूत मान लेना चाहिए कि सिर्फ हिंदुस्तान का मसला नहीं है और ना ही सिर्फ पाकिस्तान का मसला है। जब तक हम अपनी सोच को बदलकर इस आफत से नहीं डील करेंगे, तब तक हमें राहत नहीं मिलेगी। और मुझे लगता
जी, महेश साहब से हम बात कर रहे थे, भारतीय फिल्म डायरेक्टर। उन्होंने भी इस वाक़े पर अफसोस का इजहार किया। आज सुबह जब श्रीलंकन क्रिकेट टीम जा रही थी दूसरा टेस्ट